Hello, everyone. Very good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Very good evening, everyone. Can all of you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, right. Wonderful. And can any of you confirm me what is your class and the batch number? What is your class and what is the batch number? Yes, everyone.
B10, ma'am.
Okay, batch 10. All right. Thank you. So in that case, in the last class, we might have completed the tense. Yeah, tense topic. And okay, thank you, everyone. Today we are going to start a new topic. So we might cover few topics today, and there were some changes in the timing as well, right? If I'm not mistaken. So hereafter, our class will be on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Okay. So there were some clashes in between the other programs, and the college has decided to give the time slot of 6 p.m. to us. Okay. So before starting the topics, I really want to speak to the students because we did not have a proper communication in the class. So I want to speak to the students one by one. Those who are willing to speak with me, can you please raise your hand? I just need to speak with you. Okay. Yes, Akila. Okay, though, right, most of you, if you might not wanted to speak to me, I can't help because today we'll do a speaking activity first of all, and then let's move on to the topics, okay? Right. So I will be calling the students' names, few students' names. As there are only few students in today's class, I think we can talk to each of you. Other days, there will be more than 20, I guess, more than 30. Yeah. Okay, let's start with Abhinaja. Abhinaja, can you please unmute your mic, dear? Abhinaja, we can't be unproductive because we only have 2 hours. We'll do a speaking activity and we'll be starting to discuss few topics. Okay. So if I call your names, Pamogalangi Nama Katakarop, name mention Panensona, kindly unmute. You're only going to speak with me, not with anyone else. Okay. Abhinaja, can you unmute? Okay, she's not here. Akila, right? Akila. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing the names correctly. Hi, Akila.
Hi, Miss.
What is your name, dear?
Akila, Miss.
Sorry?
Akila.
Akil.
Akila, Miss.
Okay, right, dear. Okay, so how are you doing?
Fine, ma'am.
That's great. So where are you from, dear?
From Mahanan.
Akil, I can't hear you. Can you please move a bit closer to the mic so that I can hear you well? Where are you from? Yeah, it's raining even in my area, darling. That's fine. Try to speak.
Mavanella, miss.
Marvenel. Okay, that's a wonderful place, right? And I believe it's kind of a cold area. And during the rainy
Yes,
season, obviously, it will be very much cold. Is that so?
yes, miss.
Yes. Okay, darling. So, are you studying or are you working?
Uh, Studying.
Studying. What do you study?
Uh, Miss, I expecting university.
University. Okay. Are you an undergraduate at the moment or have you applied to do your
Uh,
undergraduate degree?
we have applied this.
You have applied. Okay, that's wonderful. And we wish you all the very best. Okay.
Thank you, miss.
All right. That's great. Thank you. How about Asmita? Can you please unmute, dear? Asmita? Guys, we don't have time to waste. So if I call your name, please unmute. We're only going to speak few minutes. Okay. Just 2 or 3 minutes. That's all. Okay. I will be moving into next student. Chaminda. Chaminda, can you please unmute your mic? Yes, Chaminda, can you hear me? I can see that you have unmuted your mic, but I can't hear you.
Hello. 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 Hello.
Yeah, Chaminda, can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you. Right. So,
Hello.
Chaminda, how was your day?
Hello. Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Unfortunately, I guess Chaminda is having some poor network, so we are unable to keep the conversation. So let's move on to the next student. Dana Lakshmi, can you please unmute? Dana Lakshmi, can you unmute your mic?
Good evening, miss.
Right. Dana Lakshmi, am I audible? Is my line clear here?
What is me?
Can you hear me? Is my line
Yes,
clear?
miss. Yes, miss.
Okay, that's great. So how was your day, Dana Lakshmi?
Not bad, miss.
Not bad. Okay. So, dear, where are you from?
I'm from Matale, miss.
Matale. Okay, that is also a wonderful place. I have been to Matara, not Matale. Can you tell me how would be the weather in Matale, dear?
Not miss.
How is the weather
Raining
in
day.
Matale?
Raining, miss.
Raining. Okay. Yeah, I believe. Yes, I believe all around Sri Lanka it's raining most of the days. Mhm.
Yes, miss.
Right. Dhanalakshmi, so are you working or are you studying, dear? Or are you
I'm
like studying? What do you study?
I am finish my A-level exam. And this year A-level, miss.
Okay, that's wonderful. We wish you all the very best. And Dhanalakshmi, what are your habits that you do in your leisure time?
Mm, gardening, storybooks reading.
Okay, that's great. That's excellent. All right, Lakshmi, thank you for speaking.
Thank you, Miss.
Right. Okay. Let's move to the next student, Asmiya. Asmiya, can you please unmute your mic? I think you just joined the class. Okay, we'll give you a few minutes. If not, you will panic what's happening in the class. Okay, let's go to Hafsa. Hafsa, can you please unmute your mic, dear? Hi, Hafsa, can you hear me? Hafsa, I can see that you have unmuted your mic, but I can't hear you. Mhm. Okay. Right, let's move to the next student then. Jeevani, can you please unmute your mic, Jeevani? Jeevani, can you move a bit closer to the mic? Okay. Can the class hear Jeevani? Okay, right. Yes, I can hear you, Jeevani, but your line is kind of breaking. That's all right. So, Jeevani, what are your plans for this weekend?
Sorry.
What are your plans for this weekend, dear?
Good evening, ma'am.
It means so weekend. What have you planned? Do you have any plans to do on Saturday and Sunday? This Saturday and Sunday, the coming Saturday and Sunday. Okay, what are the plans that you have to do on Saturday and Sunday? Yeah, I can't see Jeevan in the class. I think she's having a coverage issue. And as it's kind of a rainy day, most of the students' network is kind of having an issue. Um, am I audible, everyone? Is my line clear or is it breaking like students?
Clear, ma'am.
It's clear. Okay. Thank you, Shobika. Let's go to the next student, Jasmine. Can you please unmute your mic, Jasmine? Okay, Jasmine. So, how are you doing?
Doing good, ma'am.
Right. Wonderful. That's great. And what did you do from morning until 6 p.m. until you joined the class?
I'm a teacher and I was teaching in a school. After that I came home and I had another class.
Ah, that's great. Wonderful. So, who are your students? What grade are they?
Nursery kids.
Nursery grades. Okay. What do you teach dear? What are the subjects that you teach?
I'm doing a nursery class, ma'am.
Okay. So, most of the time, teachers need to cover up all the subjects, right? Or most of the subjects. Yes. Okay. So, can you tell me Mm, what is the fun part in teaching the young learners, the very small kids?
Ma'am, I can't hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now? Jasmine, can you hear me now? Okay. Am I audible, everyone? Yes, everyone. I think because of the bad weather, we are having some coverage issues. From my end, I'm using a Wi-Fi connection, so most of the time, it will be clear enough. But at times, these networks they don't work well. But I believe today it's okay from my end. But all of us are from different areas and places, and we are having some coverage issues. Okay. All right. So we were able to talk with Jasmine for a few seconds. Let's move to Malar. Malar, can you please unmute your mic?
Hello, ma'am.
Right. So, Malar, did you go anywhere during the last weekend?
No, ma'am. I was studies.
You were studying. Okay. What were you studying, Malar?
Some assessment was I do it.
Right. Okay. So, are you following a program or are you still schooling?
Studying, ma'am.
What
I
do you
studies.
study? What program?
I studies. External degrees.
External degree. Oh, that's great. So, what is the major?
Arts.
Art stream. Okay, that's wonderful. And what is your goal after completing your bachelor's degree?
Become a teacher, ma'am.
To become a teacher. That's great, wonderful, and all the very best for your goal, darling.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay, that's great. Let's go to Pavitran. Pavitra, right?
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes, Pavitran. It's raining. Yes. Where are you from, dear?
Norelia, ma'am.
Norelia. Is it raining there as well?
Yes, ma'am. Mist condition, cold climate.
Yes, yeah. So I'm from Colombo, and usually it's kind of summer here. And today it was like heavy rain from morning. It's non-stop probably. So I could imagine even if it is in Noralia, it's almost a cold place there. And if it is raining in most of the time, yes, it will be very cold. So Pavitran, how was your day?
Nice, good, ma'am.
Good. So dear, are you schooling or working?
Waiting for my oral results, ma'am.
Right, that's great. Okay. So what do you expect? Do you expect that you will get through with all the subject, or will there be any exemptions?
9A, ma'am.
9A, oh, that's wonderful. I really like your confidence. And yeah, we pray for that as well. So what is your next step? What is your next plan after you receive your O-level results?
I study commerce stream.
Commerce stream, that's wonderful. Actually, I also did the commerce stream for advanced level, but then onwards I shifted my profession to lecturing. Yeah. So, what is your final goal after all your studies?
Going to abroad. Abroad.
You're going to abroad. Which country more specifically?
Canada.
Canada. Okay. That's wonderful. Yes, after studies, there will be more opportunities for you to fly away. All right, we wish you all the very best, Mithran.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's move to the next student, Shahida. Hi, Shahida. Can you please unmute your mic? Shahida.
Ma'am,
Yes, dear. So, Shahida, how are you doing?
hello, ma'am.
I can
Ma'am,
hear you.
நான் இப்பதான் ஜாயின் பண்ணினேன். నాకు కొంచెం వెనకపడుతుంది అలా కవరేజ్ ఇష్యూలో మరొక కట్ అయ్యి இப்பதான் జాయిన్ అయ్యి
Mhm. Okay, that's fine, Shahida. So, how are you doing?
గుడ్ మ్యామ్.
Okay, that's great, Shahida. So, where are you from, dear? Where are you from?
గంపల.
Kampala.
From Gambala.
Right, that's a nice place too. So, Shahida, are you planning on going a trip during December?
మ్యామ్ క్లియర్ ಇಲ್ಲ. What
Okay,
are
let
you
me
saying?
ask the question again.
Yeah?
Are you planning to go on a trip on December?
No, ma'am.
No. Yes, even I don't have any plans. And okay, so where did you go last time?
I'm going Noralia.
Noralia, from Kampala to Noralia. Okay. So how many days did you stay at Noralia?
2 days. Yeah.
So how was the trip?
Nice. I see a tea factory and waterfalls. A lot of place. Very nice.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yes,
yeah.
definitely. Yeah, Shahida, so when did you go, dear? Which month?
No idea, ma'am.
No idea. Was that this year or last year?
Let's go to Nigambo. I got on the Nigambo. Said தமிழால சொல்லாமே.
No. I want you to speak in English, yeah. So how was the trip to Nigambo? Did you enjoy the trip?
Huh? Ma'am?
Did you enjoy the trip to Nigambo or not?
Enjoyable, ma'am.
Enjoyable. Okay. Right. Okay, that's great, Shahida. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Right. So usually we go on a trip to enjoy ourselves, but sometimes certain times like it turns out to be kind of struggling and challengeable during the trip, but it's all sort of the memories after we return when we reflect on our trip. So we laugh, we enjoy, even though it was kind of a challengeable or kind of we when we had any issue during the trip. Yeah, it's all about experience, right? Okay, let's move to the next student, Shareen. Can you please unmute your mic, dear?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Hi, Sharin. So, how are you?
I'm fine.
How are you, dear?
I'm fine, ma'am.
Okay, that's wonderful. So, Sharin, what is your age? May I ask?
18.
18. Okay. So, are you still schooling?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you study, dear?
AL. I study AL Arts.
Arts. Okay. So, when do you have your advanced level examination?
No, ma'am. Next year, inshallah.
Next year. Okay, right. I hope you are preparing yourself from now onwards. So, how was your studies going on? Is it manageable or is it very challengeable?
Very challengeable.
Very challengeable. Okay. It will be, yes, it will be. So, what is your favorite subject and why?
Geography.
I love the nature so much. Then my favorite subject is geography.
Why? Why do you like the subject geography?
My favorite subject is geography. I love the nature so much.
Uh-huh. Okay, that's great. That's great. And where are you from, Shari?
Candy.
Candy. Right. Is Galileo inside the Candy district or outside the Candy district?
Inside of Candy.
Outside of Candy. So what area does it
Inside
considered
of
to be? Inside.
yes. Tennekumbara.
Okay. Right. There are my relatives in Galileo, but I'm not sure the exact place. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Sherry.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, let's go to the next student. We have three more, I guess. Shobika, can you please unmute?
Hi,
Hi,
ma'am. Good
Shobika.
evening.
Good evening, dear. So, how's your life going on, Shobika?
Well, ma'am, doing well, ma'am.
Doing well. That's excellent to hear. And how old are you, dear?
I am 23 years old.
23. Okay. So, what do you do these days?
What? Hello, ma'am.
Yeah. What do you do these days apart from English classes?
I am always busy with my kit work, ma'am. I am a
Kids
homemaker.
work. Oh, that's great. That's wonderful. How old is your child?
2 years, ma'am.
2 years. Okay. That is kind of a very active age. You
Yes.
have to be, is it a boy or girl?
Girl, ma'am.
Girl. Yeah. So you need to be by her side always.
Yes.
If not, they will do everything behind your eyes.
Yes.
Yes. So, what do you like being with your kid, Shobika?
She is doing dance well, speak well.
Mm, right. So, what is the challenge of being a mother?
I am a young mother, so all work hard, ma'am.
Yes, definitely. But when you love the kid, I believe even the hard times will turn out to be good times, right? That is the
Yes,
only
ma'am.
happiness for the mothers. Hmm. Right. So, how do you spend your day, Shobika?
Good, ma'am.
Okay. So, do you have any plans during the weekend, during the
Uh,
upcoming weekend?
uh, we want to going to temple, ma'am.
Temple. Okay, that's great. Usually we go to worship, right? And where are you from, Shobika?
I am in Matala.
Martala. Okay, so this is the second student I'm speaking who is from Martala. Right.
Yes.
Thank you, Shobika. Thank you for
Thank you,
speaking.
ma'am. Thank you.
Right. So let's move to the next student, Shuhada Fahim. Can you please unmute your mic, Shuhada? Hi, Shuhada. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So Shubhada, what is the hardest part in learning a language or learning English? What is the hardest part in learning English?
Probably to speaking with others, ma'am.
Yes, definitely. That is kind of challenging part. Okay, can you tell me why? Why is it the hardest part?
Uh, Sometimes I'm afraid because the opponent maybe know well other than me, so I can make mistakes when I'm speaking.
Mhm. Okay. So, but still we need to overcome that idea, right? So, how can we overcome that idea when we know that, okay, the other party knows the language very well, better than me, knows grammar, and will identify the mistakes in my language? So, yes, these are some ideas that we will get when we speak with the person. So, how can we overcome that? How can we overcome that? Yeah.
Mm, by speaking with more people.
Right. Definitely. That's true. That is one of a good attempt because when we restrict ourselves of not speaking because of this kind of confidence issue, if we stop speaking, we will never overcome that fear. If you have a fear, you have to do it. You definitely need to do that action to overcome a fear. So when you keep performing that action, doing that action, your fear will go away. That's totally fine, even if the other party recognize the mistakes, the fluency, or any identify any of the mistake in your language. But who cares? So we just need to communicate. I want to improve my language, so we can. Keep talking with others. But still, yes, as you mentioned, that is one of the greatest challenges, speaking with others. We can write, we can listen, we can read. No one is going to judge us. But when we speak to someone, that person could judge us. It could be any language. It's not only about the words, the language we use, but how we communicate, what words we use. All of these will be matter. So that is one of the challenging part, but still we have to build the confidence because we want to improve the language. No one is going to improve our language for ourselves. So we are the ones who's going to stand for ourselves. Yeah, definitely. So Shuhada, and how old are you, dear?
19.
Sorry.
19 years old.
Okay, right. Are you still studying apart from our English class? Are you studying any other programs?
I'm planning to start my degree program. I haven't started yet.
Mhm. Right. What major are you interested in?
I'm interested in coding, IT.
Coding, IT, that's excellent. Okay. Mhm. There are different sub majors even under IT field, right? Cybersecurity, like coding, softwares, development, web designing. There are many subcategories, I believe. Right. Yes, Shuhada, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, let's move to the last student. I think that is the last student. Zahra, can you please unmute your mic?
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Zara. So, how was your day, dear?
Mm, it was very rainy,
How
ma'am.
was your day? Yes, it's a rainy day, right? So, Zahra, what's special with your life?
Mm, special. I got married it's 4 months ago.
You got, sorry, I didn't hear you.
I got married just 4 months ago.
Okay, that's excellent, and congratulations. And it could
Thank
be
you.
very late. Congratulations, but at least just now we
Thank
got to
you.
know. So, okay, if you can share with us about your newly marriage life, how would you share with us? How's your newly married life?
Yes, of course, I can
Is
share.
it good? Is it as you expected, or is it more than you expected? Sorry?
It's very beautiful life. My husband is very supportive person. Hello.
Right. Yes. That's great. That's all. And end of the day, end of a relationship, that's all matters, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And so, how old are you, Zahra?
24 years. 23.
And where are you from?
I'm from Ulapana, Kendi district.
Okay, that's great. There are many students from Kandy district. So, have you been to Colombo?
Yes, ma'am.
When did you come recently?
Mm, ago 1 month.
Before a month. Oh, where did you come? Where did you
Mm,
visit in Colombo?
I visited to my uncle's home.
Uncle's place. Okay. So I think you might have come to Colombo many times. So what are the places that you have visited in Colombo?
Only my uncle's home, ma'am.
Only your uncle's place. Okay. But still there are some good places to visit in Colombo. Next time when you come, try them out as well. Yeah. Thank you, Zahra. Thank you very much. So I believe I tried my best to speak with everyone. So we did this activity. So once in a while we do some speaking activities usually, but couldn't do with y'all. So before we started the topic, I really wanted to do this activity. We'll do another day as well, because some of you might not have the confidence in speaking. Confidence in speaking in the sense because of certain many reasons. Some people they do not like to speak with others, build a conversation. It depends according to their personality, but still we need to communicate even at an emergency, or to express any of our need, or else to express yourself, to speak with a family member, or with a doctor, or in a restaurant, in a shopping mall. We need to speak. We have to use the language. But still, one of the major reason we don't use the language is the fear of making errors, fear of making mistakes. That's totally fine. You are free to make mistakes. You are very free to make mistakes. For an example, okay, let's say your first language is Tamil or Sinhala. Now, at my home, we usually use Tamil language. So similar to it, at your place, we use Sinhala or Tamil. Yeah. So even when I speak in Tamil, I make mistakes. Sometimes I forget words. Sometimes I don't use the correct grammar, and I don't use formal Tamil words and all. I haven't studied Tamil subject, so it happens. That's totally fine. We use the language to communicate and make the listener, make the other party understand about what I'm trying to say. That's all what we need to happen. So so if you make any errors, if you make any mistakes, that's totally fine. You are free to make mistakes. You don't have to worry about others, whether they are going to judge you. It doesn't matter. But you need to practice. You definitely need to practice. Speak, speak, and speak. Each and every day, try to speak at least few words, because as we know, practice makes perfect. And when it comes to a language, speaking a language, we can't achieve it without speaking. Like writing the activities, or copying the notes, or just listening to the teacher, the lecturer. No, it doesn't work that way. Learning a language, if you need to learn the language to speak, definitely you have to speak. So I'm emphasizing speaking in terms of improving your language, English language. Okay, so before starting the next topic, I will give you one opportunity in the sense, each of you can ask me any one question, just one question if you want to know anything about me. You can ask me as I ask certain questions from you to build a conversation. You can ask me, each of you will have one question to ask from me. I will try my best to answer from my end. Yes, you are free to ask me anything.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Malar.
How to, ma'am, you improve your English, ma'am?
Um, are you asking how I did improve
Oh,
my
yes,
English, or are
yes,
you
ma'am.
asking how you need to improve your English?
Yes.
மலர் நான் என் இங்கிலீஷ் எப்படி இம்ப்ரூவ் பண்ணேன்னு
So,
கேக்குறீங்களா இல்லாட்டி
oh,
நீங்க எப்படி இங்கிலீஷ் இம்ப்ரூவ்
நீங்க எப்படி
பண்றதுன்னு கேக்குறீங்களா
இல்ல மேம் நீங்க எப்படி
நான்
இம்ப்ரூவ்
இம்ப்ரூவ்
பண்ணீங்க
பண்ணேன் Okay, so actually, I studied at an international school from Montessori. So I studied all the subject in English medium, and it was my first language in terms of education. I believe that is the main reason of improving my English language. And the second language which I learned was Sinhala. I'm not very good at it. I hardly passed through it during my ordinary level examination. But I need to mention this. Even when I was schooling, even when I was doing my O level, ordinary level examination, I was not very confident. I studied at an international school. So those who have studied at international school or even public school, sometimes we might not have the confidence in speaking. I had the same issue that most of you might have. Even though I studied in English during the Montessori until ordinary level, I had the lack of confidence because I'm not a very social person. I'm kind of an introvert. I don't speak much. If someone asks me, only I will respond. I don't want to build a conversation. I don't want to communicate. But later on, I moved to a different school to do my higher education, then joined the college to do my undergraduate and like did so many diplomas. So there I had to speak with everyone, communicate with everyone, and started teaching, started working at a campus, a private institute, and lecturing. So all of my stages in life made me to speak, to communicate. So I believe I have developed my self confidence because I kept practicing it. I did not stop speaking. I had to speak because of certain different situation. When I meet a friend in my undergraduate program, I definitely need to speak about the subject module. And when we do any group work, I had to speak. So if I am speaking with a customer at office, I definitely need to use the language. So these practices made me perfect. Therefore, I am giving you a technique. Practice it out. Even if a child, if you know a child or a niece who is growing up, that child, if that particular kid is going to a school and learning a topic again and again, the child will be improved in certain way. I would not say the child can improve in 100 percentage, but at least some percentage can be improved. That is the main way of improving a language.
Thank you, ma'am.
Right. Any others?
Hi, ma'am.
Hi, Shobika.
What are you doing, ma'am, in your free time?
Oh, that is a good question, actually. Well, I'm full-time working at a private campus as the academic manager. So I work all 6 days. And after I return home, yes, I have lectures most of the time, every day. Weekend, Saturdays as well, I have lectures. Only Sunday, I kind of have a free time. Sometimes I go out with my family or friends. If not, I currently I follow master's program, so I might be joining the classes, if not reviewing the notes and self-study. And also at times I need to prepare for my lectures. I need to make the PowerPoint presentation, check the previous batch assignment. So I'm kind of very workaholic, I would say. I have limited time. So I'm kind of goal-oriented person. I'm sticking to my plan and working it make.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Right. Anyone else? Any other questions? Akhil, if you have any other questions, darling, you will be meeting me next week. So put a note in your notebook that you wanted to ask this question. So you can ask the question in the next class, dear, if you're unable to ask the questions during the class. Okay. All right, everyone. So it was a good activity, but still we had some coverage issues, technical issues. That's all right. Everything will turn out well when the weather turns out good. Yeah. So we need to start a new topic. But before that, everyone, okay, that is a good question, Zahra. Zahra has asked, how can we improve our pronunciation? Good. So in terms of pronunciation, there are different accents. Accents refers to how we pronounce a word. Okay. We call it British accent. We do also have American accent. So there are Australian accent, African accent. So there are different accents introduced in English language, because now in Sri Lanka we are having the first language as Sinhala or Tamil. But there are some Western countries whose native language is English. So they produces the language, they produces the words, pronounces the words in according to their accent. So how to improve our accent is that first you need to understand or recognize which accent that you need to improve. If you are needing to improve your pronunciation in British accent. British accent is that they do not produce all the words, which means when it comes to our sound, they don't produce. Mostly, they don't produce the sounding. American accent, they produces all the letters, all the pronunciation. So it depends. So actually, my pronunciation, I believe it's going together with the American accent, because I try to produce all the sounds of the words. Okay. So one technique is we need to listen to the correct pronunciation. If you listen to the correct pronunciation only, you will know how to pronounce this word. So for an example, the word pronunciation. All of you, please check the meeting chat. That question has this word, pronunciation, Ciation, pronunciation. That's correct. That particular output is correct. But when it comes to different accents, we follow it to pronounce as pronunciation. Pronunciation. So I don't know the pronunciation of that word because I have heard the pronunciation. So I will request you to hear the language. Hear the language in the sense you need to listen to others speaking. You need to listen to others conversation, talking, but still you have to choose the right audio. For an example, when it comes to BBC pages, some podcast, some films, they do have good pronunciations, good accent. So you have to choose the right audio and listen to it. Okay, listening is the main contributor to improve pronunciation. Yeah, YouTube channel is fine. It's fine, definitely. But make sure that YouTube channel, that YouTube video is giving a good pronunciation activities. Okay, a good pronunciation exposure that you can hear. When it comes to Indian pronunciation, they emphasize the r sound, r. So I do not recommend that particular type of YouTube channels. So always try to go with British accents and American accents. Those are better. All right, everyone. So we had a good discussions. Now let's take a 5 minutes break. Okay, let's take a short break for 5 or 6 minutes, and then let's start the topic. Yes, everyone, let's start the lesson. Can all of you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Can
Yeah,
everyone hear me?
yeah, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, we can hear.
Okay, that's great. So, first, let's start the topic can verb. So, can word is considered to be a verb. Okay, can is not just a word, but it is a verb. Let's learn a bit more about the verb can. So, why do we use the verb can? Can you tell me a reason of why do we use the verb can? Now again,
வார்த்தையை முழுமையாக்குறதுக்கு
Hello, everyone. Can all of you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
had a coverage issue, so I think I was out of the class. Shuhada, you are the host of the class, dear. Can you please make me the host? Because if you leave the class will end. Shuhada, make me the class host, and please don't leave the class. If you leave, the class will end. Okay, so let's go on. Verb can. The word can, we mostly use the word can or the verb can to ask permission, right? One is to ask permission. Can I borrow your notebook? Can you please help me? So we are trying to get the permission. Can I come in? Can I join the class? Can you assist me? So these are permissions. And also there's one more main reason, which is that to express the ability. If you want to express your ability, you use the word can. Example, I can teach English. So when I say I can teach English, I'm showing the ability. Okay. ඔත්තරාල එන්න செய்ய முடியும். Ability is the meaning of that. කෙනෙක්ට මොනවද කරන්න පුළුවන් කියන එක තමයි ability කියලා කියන්නේ. And permission අහන්නත් අපි can verb එක use කරනවා. Apart from that, yes, there are other uses too. Let's discuss about it. So there are three main uses of the word can. Talk about possibility and ability. Possibility and ability, I can ride a bike, I can drive a car, I can climb the tree. So it talks about the possibility and ability. Possibility mean what can happen. Some chances are there, something to happen. Okay. Make request, as I said, to request someone or to do something. Ask or give permission. To ask permission and also to give permission, we use the verb can. These are the three main uses. I will show you some examples as well. Before that, let's check the form, the sentence form. How can we create language using the verb can? Because can is a very common verb. හැමෝම ඒ verb එක use කරනවා. Even if you are not good at using the language, you are not good at using English, even if a person is very good at using the language, they'll definitely include the word can in the language that they produce. So let's see the form of creating the language. First, we need to think of the subject, and we have to include the verb can plus the main verb plus the object. So verb can also be there in the sentence, plus the main verb also can be there. Example, subject I, auxiliary verb can, main verb play, object tennis. I can play tennis. Okay. So as you can see, it is a verb. Yes, the word can is a verb. Make a verb එකක් තමයි. இது ஒரு verb ஒன்றுதான். But it is an auxiliary verb. It's an helping verb. Okay. Play is the main verb in this sentence. We can have an auxiliary verb in a sentence. Plus, we also can have a main verb in a sentence. Okay. And when it comes to negative form, we can see the same format: subject, auxiliary verb, main verb, object. But the only difference is that changing the word, including the negative pattern. Negative pattern එක include කරන්න ඕනේ. Negative sentence එකක් නෑ. Negative sentence and non-negative pattern include பண்ணணும். Example, if it is long form, cannot, he cannot play tennis. If it is short form, he can't play tennis. Okay. Now we are removing these two letters and adding the apostrophe to make it short form. Positive and negative sentences. How to create positive and negative sentences using the verb can. And in terms of questions, we don't start the question with subject. क्वेश्चन का क्रिएट करනකොට අපි subject එකෙන් question එක create කරන්නේ නැහැ. ஒரு question நாங்க start பண்ணும்போது subject ஆல question start பண்ண மாட்டோம். If we have the verb, not the verb, auxiliary verb or question verb, we start with that. Now here we are using the auxiliary verb can. Okay, can should come first and then subject. So when we create normal sentences, the subject will come first and then only the verb come, the auxiliary verb will come second. But when creating question, the auxiliary verb should come first and the subject should come second. Can you, main verb, play, object tennis, and a question mark. Can you play tennis? So this is the format of questioning. Positive, negative, and question form. Is everyone clear about these three forms?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's check your knowledge. Let's check your knowledge, everyone. This is a wonderful activity. I will explain you detailedly. Change the sentences. Now you need to change these sentences. Example, the first one, Olivia can play the guitar. Can you tell me which form is it? Is it positive, negative, or question form?
Positive.
Positive, ma'am.
Positive. Excellent. Positive sentence. Okay, now here you can see blue color phrase, negative statement. So you have to change this positive statement to negative statement. Example, Olivia can play the guitar. It's in positive. If you are changing into negative, you have to make the can in a negative form. Olivia cannot or can't. Olivia can't play the guitar. Okay. So that will be the answer. That is how you are going to do the activity. You have to check the form of the statement given, positive, negative, or question form, and you have to change that form into the form which is given in blue color. Okay, blue color එකට දීලා තියෙන form එකට තමයි sentence එක change කරන්න ඕනේ. Are you clear with the activity, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Let's do this activity. Please type your answers in the meeting chat. Everyone, from the first one to seventh one, type your answers in the meeting chat. Let's discuss in 5 or 6 minutes. There are 17 students in the class. All of you type your answers in the meeting chat. Yes, affirmative means positive. Affirmative means positive. Type your answers in the meeting chat. Let's discuss in 5 or 6 minutes.
மேம் நான் கொஞ்சம் வெளியே இருக்கிறேன். எனக்கு டைப் பண்ணி கொள்றது கொஞ்சம் கஷ்டமா இருக்கு. நான் அடுத்த கிளாஸ்ல வந்து ஃபோட்டோ ஷேர் பண்ணவா மேம்?
Okay, some students have sent the answers in the native chat. Let's see. Only few students have sent the answers. Shuhada, Akila, Jasmine, Zahra. Only these students have sent the answers. Others, we are waiting for the answers. We'll discuss in a minute. Everyone, send your answers soon. All right, everyone, let's discuss the answers. Shobika, Malar, and Dhanalakshmi has sent the answers. I don't see the answers from the others. Okay, let's check the answers one by one. Second sentence, can the girls play hockey? That is in the that what is the form of the statement? What is the form of this statement? Everyone, what is
Positive.
the form of this
Positive.
statement?
Affirmative sentence.
Yes, positive. No. This statement is in question form, right? Yeah. And then you have to change it to positive. Yes. So how can we change that into positive?
The girls can play up.
Yes, the girls can play hockey. Good. We will remove the question. Third one, Richard can play the trumpet. What is the form of this statement?
Can Richard play the trumpet?
Positive. We want
Yes, good. And how to change that into question form?
can Richard play the trumpet?
Yes. Can Richard play the trumpet? The verb can should come first. Good. Fourth one, can she write with her left hand? What is the form of the statement?
Question.
Questions.
Yes, question. So you have to change that into affirmative, positive form. How will you change?
She can
She
write
can write with her left
her
hand.
left hand.
Good. She. Next, he can write good stories. What is the form of this statement?
Positive.
Positive.
Good. How to change it to negative?
He
Can't.
can't write good stories.
Yes, good job. He can't or cannot. Next, Alex can write exciting articles. What is the form of this statement?
Positive.
Positive.
How to change it to question?
Can Alex
Can
write
Alex
exciting articles?
exciting articles?
Good. Last one. Henry can cook spaghetti. What is the form of this statement?
Positive.
Positive.
Good.
Can Henry
How
cook
to change
spaghetti?
it to question?
Can
Can
Henry
Henry cook spaghetti?
Henry cook
Good job. Excellent, everyone. Okay, let's move on. Now we learned about the forms of forms of asking questions. Okay, positive, negative, and ask question. How about answering these type of questions? Now, sometimes others will ask questions from us. Others will ask questions from us. So, how can we answer these questions? Example, can you play football? The question start with the can auxiliary verb, can verb. So if we come across this type of can verb question, we can answer in different forms. But most importantly, when someone asks, can you play football? Can you learn English? Can you cook a meal? All of it should answer with yes or no question. It should start with yes or no. There are some short forms. Yes, I can. No, I can't. Yes, a little. Yes, but not very well. Yes, I can, but not very well. Example, I also can say, yes, I can cook, but not very well. No, I can't ride a bike. So you can give short answers and also you can give long answers. Okay. So know how to answer these questions. If the question start with can, yes, most of the time we have to respond in this way. Okay. Now we are going to discuss about the uses. Earlier we checked 3 uses, right? Earlier we checked these 3 uses. So we are going to discuss about these uses one by one. Let's discuss one by one. Okay, starting with the use can for possibility and ability. Can for possibility and ability. Possibility means something can happen. There are some chances for something to happen. Example, let's say that okay, we have exam tomorrow, and if we are studying today, we can mention that I can pass the exam because you were studying. All these days you were studying. So if there are some possibilities, some chances, something to happen, we can use the can verb. Okay. Ability, as I said, if you can do something, if someone else can do something, will come under the ability. Let's see some examples. She can drive a car. John can speak Spanish. I cannot hear you. Can you hear me? Positive, negative, and question form. We can use any form to express these uses. Normally, we use can for present, but it is possible to use can when we make present decision for the future abilities. Okay, so most of the time we use the verb can when it is in present tense form. Okay, you use the verb can when it is in present tense form. But there's one exemption. Okay, that is when we are planning about the future now. අද අපි ප්ලෑන් කරනවා නම් ෆියුචර් එක ගැන අද දැන් ප්ලෑන් කරනවා නම් ෆියුචර් පත් ඉප්ප ඉල්ලාට ඉන්ඩික ප්ලෑන් පන්ට වෙනසන්නා we can use the can verb. Example, can you help me with my homework? That is coming under present form. Sorry, I'm busy today, but I can help you tomorrow. So this is in future form. I can help you tomorrow. It's in future, but still I'm planning now. Therefore, can be used. Okay. It comes under possibility and ability function. And the next use is request and orders. So if we are making request or if we are giving orders, yes, we can use the verb can. Okay, let's say that, can you make a cup of coffee, please? So, okay, can you put the TV on? If I say, if someone is saying you, can you put the TV on? Is that person is needing an answer from you, or is that person wants you to do the action? එක්කෙනෙක් ඔයාට මේ statement එක කියනවා. In the statement of the role சொல்றாங்க. Can you put the TV on? Okay? So, මේ statement එකට ඒගොල්ලෝ ඔයාගෙන් reply එකක් expect කරනවාද? In the statement එක அவங்க ඔගොල්ලෝ ඉතින් reply එක එදිරිපාக்குறாங்களா? ඉல்லாட்டி action එදිරිපාக்குறாங்களா? නැත්නම් action එකද බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ? What do they expect? Reply or action?
Action.
Action.
Action. Because if someone asks us, can you put the TV on? We do not say, okay, I can put the TV on and then just step two steps to turn on the TV, right? So we do the action. If someone asks you to pass the water bottle, please, you just pass the water bottle. You don't give a reply. So when making request and orders using the verb can, we don't expect a reply. And you can see, we don't consider this to be questions, but still we can add a question mark if necessary. Even if we add a full stop, that is also correct. Okay. It seems like to be a question. Can you come here a minute? This is taking the form of creating question. But when we do not want the listener to give us a reply, but we expect them to do something, do an action, it will not require a question word, a question mark. So that is the second use. And the third use is for permission. So if you are giving permission or if you are asking permission, we can use the verb can. Permission එකක් ගන්නත් දෙන්නත් මේ verb එක use කරන්න පුළුවන්. Example, can I smoke in this room? Asking for permission. You can't smoke here, denying the permission, but you can smoke in the garden, giving the permission. To ask the permission, to deny the permission, to give the permission, you can use the verb can. And there are other verbs too. Similar to the verb can, there are other verbs too. Example, could, may, might. May I come in? That is also will come under permission. Could you help me, please? That is also will come under. Could you help me? Yeah. It will come under permission. No, it will come under request. But these words also can be used. Instead of can, yes, we can use could, may, might, but there are some differences. Okay. So is everyone clear with these three uses? Can for possibility and ability, can for request and orders, and can for permission. Is everyone clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone, are you clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let's do a small activity to check your knowledge. So we want you to create sentences because learning the words will not help us, but using the language will help us. We have learned three uses. One is can for possibility and ability. Create. This time write in your notebook, write the answers in your notebook, but we will be discussing. Create positive, negative, and a question using this use. One positive sentence, one negative sentence, and one question using this use. Can for possibility and ability. Here you can see some examples. And using the second use, can for request and orders, create. Same. Positive, negative, and question. Okay, three statements should be created using the second use. And the last use also should be same. Create positive, negative, and question form using the third use. Altogether, you are going to create 3 into 3, 9 statements. So under each use, you have to create one positive, one negative, and one question form. Is the activity clear, everyone? Yes, everyone. Is the activity clear? Okay. So now 3 users learn பண்ணிருக்கிறோம். අපි users 3ක් ඉගෙනගෙන තියෙනවා. Can verb එක use කරන්න ඕන විදිය. So ඒ users 3ටම statements create කරන්න ඕනේ. කොහොමද create කරන්න ඕනේ කියලා කිව්වොත් එක use එකට statement 3ක් create කරන්න ඕනේ. ஒரு use එක 3 statements create பண்ணணும். அந்த 3 statementல ஒரு statement positive sentence ஆ இருக்கணும். ஒன்று நெகட்டிவ் சென்டென்ஸா இருக்கணும், ஒன்று கொஸ்டினா இருக்கணும். ஸோ ஒரு யூஸ்ல 3 ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட்ஸ் ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்ணணும். therefore 3 users, 3 செப்பரேட் யூசர்ஸ் இருக்குது. அந்த 3 செப்பரேட் யூசர்ஸுக்கும் 1 பாசிட்டிவ் சென்டென்ஸ், 1 நெகட்டிவ் சென்டென்ஸ், 1 கொஸ்டின் கிரியேட் பண்ணணும். ஒரு யூசர் ரீப்ரசென்ட் பண்றதுக்கு 3 ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட்ஸ். ஸோ 3 யூசர்ஸ் ரீப்ரசென்ட் பண்றதுக்கு 9 ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட்ஸ் கிரியேட் பண்ணணும். இஸ் இட் கிளியர்?
Yes, ma'am.
Right, okay. This time write your answers in the notebook. You can unmute and discuss your answers. Will take around 5 minutes. So these are the uses that you are going to create. Let me see how to show all the slides to you. I think you can see the three uses here. Okay, so for each use, you have to create 3 statements. One positive, one negative, and one question. Altogether, you need to create 9. Okay, let's take around 5 or 6 minutes. Once you are done, use the hand raising option. We can start the discussion. Once you are done with your sentences, please use the hand raising option. We can discuss the answers. All right, two students are ready to do the activity. Yes, let's start with Zahra. Can you please read your statement, Zahra? Zahra, read your sentences, dear.
Ken for ability. Can you speak, ma'am?
Hmm. Yeah, go ahead.
She can speak English without fear. He can swim in the
I can
sea.
hear you. Go on.
We can prepare our lunch together.
Okay. The rest of the sentences?
Ken for permission. Can I speak?
Can everyone hear me?
Hello.
Zahra, can you hear me? Okay, others can hear, but Zahra, I think she's having a coverage issue. Right. Shuhada, can you please read your sentences? Zara, good job as you read few. Good job, dear. Shuhada, go on.
I Pesa. I'm the younger brother from the class. Can you stitch me a dress before Sunday? Can I help you with your work? Can I go out with brother? Can't you be quiet for a while? May I ask you a question?
Right, yes. Good job, Shahada. Shobika, yes, dear.
Can for possibility and ability. I can come tomorrow. He can speak 5 languages. I can't forget you. We can't live without water. I can't teach better than you. Question. Why can't you help me? Can you dance? Can for request. Can you find this address? Can you prepare lunch? Can you please try to understand me? For permission. Can I take my pen? Can you go now? Can I ask a doubt? Thank you, ma'am.
Right, yes, Shobika. Excellent. Good job. Next.
Ma'am,
Yes, Malat.
ability. Ability. She can speak several languages. They can't dance very well. Can you speak several language? Orders. Can you take message? Can I help you? I can't help you. Permission. Can you play the piano? Can I open the window? He can't sing very well.
Right. Yes, Malat. Good job. Others?
Ma'am,
Yes, dear.
my mother can cook very well. I can't do two works at the same time. Can you help me to clean the house? Can you bring some water, please? Uh, can you get can you get down? Can't you can't do it more? Can I use your pen for a minute? You can't park your vehicle on the road. You can park your vehicle at the car parking.
Right. Yes, Asmia. Good job. Excellent.
Shall I, ma'am?
Yes, Zara, I can hear you now.
Can for ability. She can speak English without fear. He can swim in the sea. We can prepare our lunch together. Can for permission. Can I come with you? Can I wear your dress, please? Can I play with her?
Right. Yes, Zara.
Can for order. Can you bring some cold water? Can you please sit here? Can you shut down the window, please? That's all, ma'am.
Right. Yes. Good job, Zara. Excellent. All right. Others? Any other who wish to discuss their answers? All right. So we are done with this activity, but I have one more topic to discuss with you, which is that, as you can see, These are some images of some sports. Okay, so I will just read the sports and I will explain about it. So we call this sports as football, basketball, baseball. This is called baseball. Volleyball, table tennis, swim, ski, snowboard, ride a horse. Okay, so we use the verb play with these sports. Play football. They are playing football. Or they can play football, right? He can play football very well. Play baseball, play volleyball, play table tennis. But swim, it is a noun and also it can be a verb. We don't say, I play swim. No, never. We use the word swim as a verb and also as a noun. I can swim very well. So I'm not using the word very, but I'm not using the word play, but I'm using the word swim as the verb in the sentence. Likewise, ski, we don't use play ski. We use the word ski as the verb. She can ski well. She is, she cannot ski. So we don't use the word play here. Snowboard, again, snowboard. He can snowboard, which is that again, it is the name of the sport. Also, we can use it to be the verb. Ride a horse, we don't say play a horse, but rather we use ride a horse. So everyone, I want you to take a screenshot of these images. Take a screenshot. And then take another screenshot. Yeah. The last stream. I have a homework to you, which is that we learned about the verb can, right? You have to use the verb can, positive, negative, and question form to create statements which will describe these images. Okay. You are going to describe these images. May images are describe பண்ண இந்த images நீங்க describe பண்ண போறீங்க. But அந்த describe பண்ற நேரத்துல verb can யூஸ் பண்ணி தான் describe பண்ணணும். Verb can யூஸ் பண்ணலாமாய் may images describe කරන්න. You can do it as a homework. Okay. There are 9 images. Yeah. Take a screenshot if you didn't and do it as a homework activity for your practice. Some sports only refer as a noun, but some sport, they also refer to be a verb. Okay. You also need to know that difference as well. All right, everyone. So we are done with yes, we are done with the first topic. And in the next class, we can do the second topic, vocabulary of furniture and object. If we want to improve our language, we also should know about the vocabulary, the words that we could use in the language. We also need to improve it as well. Okay, so any questions, any doubts, everyone, about the verb can? Any question, any doubts? Can I get some yes or no's?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Please review the topics, whatever we are learning in the class. Do some revision, review the class, review the topics, do some practices. Okay. That is very important. All right, everyone. So thank you for joining and have a great evening. See you in the next class. Take care. God bless you all.
Thank you, ma'am. God bless you.
Thank you, ma'am.